The Igbo in Lagos helped sustain him. He was the only governor that survived. I know. And because I drove with him in the front seat of his car to solicit Igbo support. The Igbo support. The Igbo supported him. Why can't he show some consideration?
No, yeah, because beg him to give you presidency. See, Bola Tinubu, please. Igbo man want to be president, please help them.
Played the University of Ibadan, Teda Hall, 1965. Would have graduated 1968. I graduated in 1971.
Yes.
Why? Because for 3 years I was not in school. I was in the field, a commissioned Biafran officer in the Biafran army.
Absolutely. Correct.
And I have said it affected me very much. I nearly lost my life. I have been carrying 1.5 lungs since then. Why was it? What really marked out the Igbos for the treatment they got in 1966? And no Nigerian shed a tear. We, the Igbo, felt that the other Nigerians were of the opinion serves them right. Serves us right. For what? That I left University of Nigeria and went to University of Ibadan. Serves me right? On scholarship. You know, so it has left a major distance. And I swore to myself that if the war ended and we came out, I would try as fast as I could to complete my education and then devote the rest of my life to nation building. That we should have a nation, not a country. We have a country now. And so, when I say it's a DNA test, when the Igbo man wants to be president, wants to be chief of army staff, wants to be inspector general of police, wants to be controller general of customs, wants to be, it evokes some fear. And the Igbo very often ask themselves, are we really part of Nigeria? Why is it that our brothers and sisters don't trust us? What have we done? What is remarkable? And yet when it concerns others, the Igbo say, yes, it is the proper thing, it's right, it's just. I mean, Obasanjo was in prison and by evil forces, you know? He wasn't there when we formed the PDP. The chief architect of founding of PDP was Ekweme. And one of the most important factors in the founding of PDP was power shift. Presidency shall rotate between the north and the south. That was what was in the draft constitution that would have been promulgated by Abacha. And most of the people arguing now, or their fathers, were present at that conference. But at that time, the argument came about June 12. And June 12 has nothing to do with Igbo or Yoruba. It had to do with Nigeria, that the Southerner won fair and clean. I mean, Dr. Sylvester Ugo. PhD Harvard, Governor Central Bank of Biafra, lost in his word to Abiola. His word is Mbise. It's as evil as you can be. His place is even where we had the Akara Declaration. And yet, the people of Akara, the Igbo people, left their son, PhD Harvard, Governor Central Bank of Biafra, and voted for Abiola. Is that a people you can say are parochial? That it was therefore right to get the first person, even though it had gone forward. PDP changed all its rules to make sure that it went to the southwest because of that monumental injustice, which we are glad has now been redressed by this. Why is it that when we can show empathy and sympathy for the southeast, when it comes to the southeast, you see them jumping into the ring? What is Tinubu jumping into the ring for? If he was such an apostle of 12 June, can't he show some consideration? When his seat was threatened, the Igbo in Lagos helped sustain him. He was the only governor that survived. I know. And he knows I know. Because I drove with him in the front seat of his car to solicit Igbo support. Igbo support.
Let me end this nonsense here because he is talking. I'm not saying he's nonsense. I'm saying what he's saying. Why are you people keeping quiet? You know all these things. Speak up. Nothing will happen. Nobody's coming to kill you. I know your age. But so we know where we are. We know what we are. So you have achieved much in life. The history cannot be correct without putting in your name there. So at this point, you guys are supposed to be speaking. Nnamdi Kanu is incarcerated. Look at us begging. This thing didn't start now. It started even before this guy that is talking. To be honest with you, I respect him so much because we're a little bit younger, a little bit. Or talk about maybe a year or two. Yes, thereabout. Or we might even be age mate. Who knows? He was very active as a young person. I'm not trying to say what somebody told me. I said his brother, his cousin is married to my sister. So it's like it's a family. And he is married to my direct first cousin also. So it's like a family thing. We know ourselves, we've known ourselves. He's a very active person. Very, very active. But all of a sudden, he has so much in his head to talk about that can bring some people to their knees, but he won't do it. Because of political correctness, you know. They are begging. Look at all the sacrifices you guys are making. You're following them about to go and solicit the vote of the so-called Ndibo. Because I call it so-called, because you don't even know what you are. You are only Ndibo when it becomes Arowana, when it comes to killing your own children, when it comes to destroying your kids. That's when you become Ndibo. Somebody is out there, a young man, out of nowhere. He's not a politician. Nobody knows him. We never knew him, Nnamdi Kanu, until this issue. It's somebody from nowhere. He came out. He's trying to do something. Why can't you people sit down and ask yourself, by the way, let us support this man. Come FIFA tomorrow, nothing will happen. Because nobody cares about you. Look at you begging. Oh, why does he have to come out and join politics again? Of course he has to, because he don't give a shit about you. Because to him you are nothing. You are just a beggar. That's what he is. Up at the end, only chance will they take him, then walk away. That's exactly what it is. There are many people that I know, people like this. I'm telling you the truth. You know, I'm working and I'm a senior citizen. I'm a senior citizen. So, senior citizen, I go here more. When I listen to my voice now, I sound like I want 20 years. No, I am not. I'm not 20 years. No way. Yesterday, we went somewhere yesterday and I didn't know she parked the car, so I was trying to open the car and unfortunately it looked like her car. And I went and opened and she said, hey, this man, I think old age has taken hold of you. I said, I know. You don't have to tell me that. I know, I feel it. But you know something? It's grace. I'm grace. And she used the word, you are gracing. You're aging gracefully. I said, oh, thank God. Thank God, my honey, that you know that. And no problem. Chineke goes very well. I am strong and healthy. And I thank God for that. So when these people sit down here and they are talking, I know them. Many of them, they have so much in their head, so much in their brain, but because these people are hot people. These are people that when we're growing up, we honor them, we respect them. When they talk, we stand us. He was in the army. When he said, if we are not military, because I saw him live. Great officer. Great. I'm talking about when you look at him, Agog immediately. He's tall, huge, hard out. We were the little ones. We came in after them, but at least we didn't have the dignity that they had as competent soldiers. When you see them coming, but all of a sudden, none of them is saying anything. At the time when they're supposed to be talking, they won't say anything. And if we know inside email, that is now you know. I'm not blaming any of them, but what I'm saying is that equal person nothing will happen to you, believe me sincerely. You guys should wake up, ask them question about keeping Nnamdi Kanu where he is, because he's not supposed to be there. Now, our leader here, I read something that is unverified. It's published by Vanguard, but let me read it. It said Nnamdi Kanu files 25 billion suit against the federal government over rendition from Kenya. Of course, that is a very correct thing to do, but as now, Onyala kala kolongwa. Ana koli ogwa yango. I see ojo kerifendiane beba. I say no ogwa yango kala ko. The man will laugh. Am I going to drink that? So if I have 25 billion, the country itself, even if you sell it today, nobody's going to buy. Believe me sincerely, nobody's going to buy it for that price. And when then they go, yes, they have money here, Nigeria, balloonistic, you know, that is wealth. In my blue, if wire or balloon or boy, you know, if I didn't do a pin or poo, the whole thing goes. That's the kind of what they call wealth. He said the 10 leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, has filed a fresh suit at a federal high court sitting in Umuahia, Abia State, seeking the enforcement of his fundamental human rights violated by the federal government following his extraordinary rendition from Kenya in June 2021. Yeah, they renditioned him. Kanu, in the suit filed by his special counsel, Mr. Aloy Mako, seek an order of the court to declare that the arrest of the appellant in Kenya, not the arrest, the rendition, don't use the word arrest, he wasn't arrested, in Kenya by respondents' agents without due process of law is arbitrary and the respondents enforces disappearance of the applicants for 8 days and their refusal to produce the applicant before a Kenyan court for the purpose of applicants' extradition is illegal and unlawful, unconstitutional, and amounts to infringement of the applicant's fundamental rights against arbitrary arrest to his personal liberty and fair hearing as enshrined and guaranteed under the pertinent provision of CFRN and the Charter. The suit marked this number here also seeks a declaration that the detention of the applicant in a non-official secret facility in Kenya and the torture of the applicant in Kenya by the respondent's agents is illegal, unlawful, unconstitutional, amount to infringement of the applicant's fundamental right against unlawful detention, torture, and to fair hearing, as enshrined and guaranteed under the provision of CFRN and the Charter. Respondents to the suit include the federal government of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the Attorney General of the Federation. And that's it. Other prayers by Kanu include A, that pursuant to Article 12.4 of the Charter, the expulsion or extraordinary rendition of applicant from Kenya to Nigeria by the respondents without a due decision taken in accordance with the law of Kenya is illegal, unlawful, unconstitutional, and amounts to infringements of the applicant's fundamental right to fair hearing and not to be expelled from a state party to the Charter except by virtue of a decision taken in accordance with the law as enshrined and guaranteed under the pertinent provision of CFRN and the Charter. A declaration that any criminal prosecution of the applicant and the purpose of which the respondents unlawfully expelled the applicant from Kenya to Nigeria is illegal, unlawful, unconstitutional, and amounts to infringement of the applicant's fundamental right to fair hearing as enshrined and guaranteed under the pertinent provision of CFRN and the Charter. An order of injunction restraining and prohibiting the respondents from taking any further step in any criminal prosecution of the applicant enabled by the said unlawful expulsion of applicant from Kenya to Nigeria. An order mandating and compelling the respondents to forthwith restitute or otherwise restore the applicant to his liberty, same being his state of being as 19th June 2021, and to thereabout repatriate the applicant to his country of lawful domicile, to wit, the United Kingdom, to await the outcome of any further requests and respondents made before the complement authorities in Britain for a lawful extradition of the applicant to Nigeria, of course. An order mandating and compelling the respondents to issue an official letter of apology to the applicant for the infringement of his fundamental rights and publication of said letter of apology in 3 national dailies. An order mandating and compelling the respondents to pay the sum of 25 billion naira to the applicant, being monetary damages claimed by the applicant against the respondents jointly and severely for the physical, mental, and emotional, psychological property and other damages suffered by the applicant as a result of the infringement of applicant's fundamental rights by the respondent. The presiding judge, Justice Evelyn Iyke, however, requested Kanu's lawyers to furnish the court with more information on why the court should have territorial jurisdiction to abdicate on the matter. The matter was adjourned till April 27th. None of the respondents appeared in court. They were also not represented by any counsel. Speaking with the newsmen later, Kanu's special counsel, Ejimako, said the suit was aimed at redressing the infamous unlawful expulsion of extraordinary rendition of Nnamdi Kanu, which is a clear violation of the fundamental rights under Article 12.4 of the African Charter on Human Rights and People's Rights. Continuing, he said, in addition to the rendition, I am asking the court to redress the merit violations that come with the rendition, such as the torture, the unlawful detention, and the denial of his right to fair hearing, required by law before anybody is expelled from one country to another. You will recall that on 19th of January 2022, the High Court of Abia State determined that portion of the violation of Kanu's fundamental right that occurred in 2017, even as I had made claims that burdened on rendition, the court declined jurisdiction on the grounds that rendition being related to extradition lies within the exclusive jurisdiction of the Federal High Court. So, this instant suit is as a result of my considered decision that a fresh action before the Federal High Court will be the best route towards addressing this matter of rendition for unlawful expulsion and its legal impacts on the prosecutorial powers of the Nigerian state. To be sure, the extraordinary rendition of Nnamdi Kanu triggered legal injury inquiries that cut across multiple jurisdictions both inside Nigeria and abroad. There are now new legal and even diplomatic issues that must be addressed in the United Kingdom, Kenya, and United Nations, and the African Union, and within Nigeria. The rendition has expanded the matters far beyond the rims of the trials that lies in Abuja. Ejimako was accompanied by other lawyers, including Patrick Agazie, Oheto Owazie, and Mandela Borogo. All right, that's what Vanguard is published, and I am reading it directly from their publication. What we are saying is that our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is coming to court on the 8th of April, so we shall keep our fingers crossed and watch, and let us see what is going to happen there, because, you know, like I said, they have swallowed the fish bone. You can't swallow it, you can't put it down, you can't bring it out. It will remain there and hurting you so bad. That's exactly what they are doing. They are trying to, you know, extend the hands of time, to hold the hands of time to see if the clock will not move. No. If you hold one clock, the other clocks are ticking. By the time you leave that clock, it will go back to where the other ones are. That's what we are saying. In a nutshell, our leader didn't do anything. You took it upon yourself. You become the John Wayne of the modern day John Wayne. You know, there used to be a movie those days when we were small. John Wayne. You go to watch John Wayne. That's exactly what it is. To take a gun and go and kill people and collect their whatever. So Nigeria, you have swallowed the fish bone, and the fish bone in your throat today is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Definitely. And to let him go, nothing that you do that will work out for you. Chorus.
From 7th April 2022,
the selling and eating of nama, also known as cow meat,
is forbidden in Biafra land.
Be warned.
All right, let us listen to this.
The MP, Harriet Hammond, has she not been here to discuss anything? No, she hasn't. She hasn't said a word. Her own constituents have written to her. She doesn't say anything. So what is going on? What is going on? Why has nobody from the Foreign Commonwealth Office mentioned Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? How can you have a British citizen travelling on a British passport kidnapped in Kenya on June the 19th? He was tortured for 8 days before being extraordinary rendition back to Nigeria. Why was he extraordinary rendition back to Nigeria when he's a British citizen? There's nobody behind these windows. How can you all remain silent? How can you all pretend that you can't see anything going on? It's all over social media. Catriona Lang, the High Commissioner for the UK in Abuja, has done nothing. She gets tagged in every single tweet that tweets about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and extraordinary rendition. She doesn't reply to anybody. You ask a question, she blocks you. Is that really someone in her position? Is that really something she could be doing? She's done nothing at all. She's a representative of the UK in Nigeria. She represents British citizens in Nigeria. Why has she not represented Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Why is the total silence? You've got another protest next to us here, a lady called Nazanin. Nobody's helping her either. She's a British citizen. What is going on in this country? The 67 to 70 Biafra war, it wasn't a war. It was a genocide. And the UK was complicit in genocide. The UK is complicit in genocide now. Today, it's happening again. Yet why do we not hear about it? You go 20 yards away, the BBC cameras are there, the ITV cameras are there. Why does the BBC and ITV not cover Biafra? If what was going on in Nigeria was happening in any other Commonwealth country, it would be all over our news. So why is it not reported? It's not reported because the British government are still looting all the resources in Nigeria. Biafra on its own would be a world leader in any way you can think of, one of the richest countries on earth. But the UK can't let that happen. Because if the UK lets that happen, it has to start paying for the resources, of which all the oil that it gets now is given free. How can you put oil above thousands and thousands of people's lives, slaughtered on a daily basis? Catriona Lang, who works for this office, is fully aware of it. What's her response? Her response is to go on Twitter and start dancing with the Fulani terrorists who are committing these atrocities. How is that right? Ask yourself a question. How can we stay silent when this is happening? You can turn a blind eye. You can remain silent. You can do nothing at all. But don't ever turn around and say you didn't know what was going on, because you know exactly what's going on and you're doing nothing about it. It is absolutely shameful. Boris Johnson, what's he doing? He's doing nothing. Buhari is dead. Buhari died in London in February 2017.
That's right.
He died in London in 2017. So why do you still put this charade out that Buhari's coming to London? Buhari's coming for medical treatment. The man died in 2017.
Yes.
And when that comes out, seriously, the UK will look the biggest fools on earth. The death certificate's there. It's all written.
Right.
There's proof he died in London. He's buried in Saudi Arabia. And yet you keep that quiet as well. How can you keep quiet that a president of a country died 4 years ago and you're still portraying him coming here for hospital treatment? Is that not a farce? It's a total cover-up. A total corrupt cover-up by a totally corrupt government. But when Biafra comes, then we will see who laughs. Because it won't be the UK. All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra. Yes, that's I'll never stop. Somebody say you keep repeating this stuff. I say, yeah, I will. I will never stop. I will never stop. It's part of my national anthem. They have to listen whether they like it or not. British people, they are the problem that we have. The extraordinary rendition that's taking place in Kenya, they are organizing. They were the ones that organized it. They just told Kenya, just pick him up. We're not going to say anything. We're going to keep quiet. We're not going to come after you. In fact, we're going to give you a prize if you do that for us. And the prize was given because as soon as our leader was renditioned, the next thing they invited them to was a kind of awards that they want to give to Kenya and the rest of them. And Barack Obama is there too, putting his hand to tell his country, go ahead, I'm behind you. We know what is going on. They can cry all they want about Ukraine. We don't give a shit. All we're talking about is our own life, our own people are being murdered left, right, and center. There's genocide going on here today. It didn't start today. It's been there from the beginning of time. They packaged that thing called Buhari that died a long time ago, and they're still pretending as if we don't know that he's dead. We know that it's a person that is ruling Nigeria now. We don't know who he is, but believe me sincerely, the DNA will prove to you guys that is not Buhari, because the person you call Buhari had died since 2017, and very evidence the death certificate is there. It will eventually come out, whether they like it or they don't like it. It does not really matter. All right, with this, I'm going to open up the line any minute from now, but let's take this message.
Let my people go. No!
All right, lines are open for you. Make your calls at 646-920-4541. 845-344-7984 929-406-9953. Call us.
Freedom na udo ka anyị na-arịọ anyị achọghị ihe mkpọtụ ọbara n'elu anyị bụ ndị Biafra, bụ ndị ji udo na-aga oge maka ịrụ ọma ka ejula ji aga n'elu. Ọ ga-adịkwara anyị na mma ise ụmụ Biafra gekere Biafra natago Igbo nwe mmadụ Igbo nwe mmadụ anatago ụmụ Biafra Biafra natago Igbo nwe mmadụ anatago eji m egwu mekene chefu Nnamdi Kanu odogwu ga-adịrị mma onye eze na ọdụgoro dị mma ọkwa ndị solo gili n'ụwa akọrọ gị ogili lata ọkwa osisi bụrụ tolo na-esego n'ụwa kwere ọkwa anyị ma n'ọnọdụ ugo ọdụrụ na-egwe mma ọkwa ogogo onye arụ ala tụwa ya ọsọ osi ekwesị eliko nni ọ ga-ejikwe n'ogologo ngaji dike Kanu gị bụ na London, dike Kanu gị bụ na Israel, dike Kanu gị bụ na Russia, dike Kanu gị bụ na India.
All right, I have a call coming in on WhatsApp line. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good afternoon to you, Mazi, Dr. Iyke. Good afternoon, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much. Greetings to you, my beloved brothers and sisters, Biafrans and friends of Biafrans all over the world. Chuko Gikabiam is our God, and it will continue to keep us moving forward. My name is Hugo. I am calling from my location. Yes, we need to call a spade a spade. We must continue to say this truth. There are some people refuse to say. Then our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say it, they gang up against him. That is the reason why he did. The enemies are holding him. But we are saying that you do him nothing. Yes. Because I don't think it is a crime for one to demand for his right. Mazi, the clip you played, our elder statesman, or let me say our elder, is asking a question. Are you not welcome in Nigeria? It's very sad indeed that people are supposed to tell us that we are not welcome in the zoo called Nigeria. Then we are the children, we are now telling them that we are not welcome. For those of you that is listening to my voice, yes, I am not involved when there was a war. I mean, I have never come out of this world as of that time. But I want to tell you that with the level of intimidation, discrimination, and killings of our people that I witnessed, that is the reason why as soon as I listened to the voice of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I said, I can never go back again. It is too much. I have been in different places of the zoo. I have resided in Lagos. What I see happening to our people, you don't need to ask that question. You don't need to ask whether we are not welcome in Nigeria. Nigerian people, they don't like Igbos. They don't like Biafra. That is the reason why they are killing us. And these people, they knew that we are the reason why the zoo called Nigeria exists. So despite that, they continue to make sure that they kill us. They continue to make sure that they intimidate us. So the question that all of you are asking yourself, because of presidency, let me say this, if you don't know, you will never ever get it. They will not give it to you. What did I say? They will not give you the president of the zoo. And as long as you continue to behave as if you don't know that they will not give it to you, you are misleading us. We that was born tomorrow, yesterday, we have discovered this, that we are welcome, and we are no longer asking this question. And we can never beg them. The clip, Mazi, there is a clip that our people are putting on, our presenters are putting on when, and let me say, I was our Fulani man, he having a discussion with our brother, an Igbo man. He was seriously saying all the truths in this world when it comes to us. Then our brother is saying, I don't know that you know all this. Anyone that listens to that discussion to tell himself or herself the truth, that we are not welcome, and these people, they knew this truth, that we are the foundation of the zoo. Despite that, you see what they are doing to us. You said the reason why Buhari's government is falling today is because he refused to accommodate Igbos. He said that he has nothing to do with Igbos. He has a very big hatred, and he continues to show it to them. I said that is the reason why he's falling, and it is falling down, and it must fall down. So I am using this opportunity to tell all of you that it's jumping from one place to another for presidency, that you are deceiving yourself. And let us say this, we need to call a spade a spade. The people that want presidents in the zoo are the Igbo elites, the Biafran elites, those who are supposed to be our leader, but they are not. What they are is rulers. They are the ones begging for this presidency. The main people that own this land, the citizens that own this land, we say we are not interested in your presidency. We are no longer interested in the zoo. What we need is a referendum that will lead to the division of this zoo called Nigeria. What we need is negotiation that will make sure that we give all of you position where you're supposed to belong. How can you call yourself a leader? You know good things, but you don't give it to your people. Rather, what you know is you continue to kill your people in daily basis. How many of you that is saying you are a leader, you want to be the zoo leader, either president, either governor, senator, will listen to the masses when the masses order you to bring down your family down to this place? Like, how many of you will follow that direction? If they say, if you want to become zoo leader, that your family must be here. That place that you are governing, or that place that you are living as a senator, as a governor, that is where all your children will be. This is exactly how to know the truth. These people, they love themselves only. They care for themselves only. That is the reason why their children is everywhere in different parts of the world, having a very good life. Then we are dying here. Some of you are jumping up. You want to go and vote 2023. That is your death. That is exactly what you are preparing to go to. We are telling you this because the ones that come to you, you fail to recognize the wound and the pain that all these ones have been given to you. Despite that, you continue to invite more problems to yourself. All of you that refuse to know the truth, we are telling you for you to know this truth, that there is nothing can make the zoo to survive this destruction they have brought upon themselves. If you want peace, if you are listening to my voice, you want peace, tell your Zulu rulers to come out for referendum. Tell them for negotiation of that will give peace, because that is the only thing that will bring peace. Let them release our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, an innocent man that didn't commit anything. Let them release our brothers and sisters in different corners of our land, which they adopted, they kidnapped them. These people, they are holding them just because they say, I want to be free. And all of you are jumping up for 2023 election. Let's see how it will happen. Mazi, thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're still taking calls at 646-920-4541. 845-344-7984-929-406-9953. Call us. The lines are still open for like I said before, some of them, they know the right thing and they will not do it. They are waiting for something miraculous to happen. They're still hoping on the Igbo presidency. We shall see it come. We are all here looking at it, because you will never get it. It's something that you are asking for that you know is impossible. You are not living in the real world. You are hallucinating. Some of you think that when these young people are crying and talking about they are having their own nation, that they are asking for something that will never happen. Oh, well, you two that thinks that the presidency is something you're going to get. We are watching you to see you get them. Caller on straight line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Yes, sir. Good morning, salute everybody. Your brother must be reading my mind.
Yes.
If you include anyone opening, it's been going on in Radio Biafra for days now.
Yes.
So I have to say,
yes.
They give me for several. Then in a bad conversation, when I was say that if you make anybody a president, Nigeria will gain their independence. Nigeria will be a very good place to live. All these things going on will turn around. All the ports in our land will be opened. The police people standing on the road will be gone. Marginalization will be gone. So they are afraid that first of all, we are not going to get that presidency. But they are afraid that if they give us that presidency, that they will not be able to be living large like they are living right now.
Yes.
So to fight back a little bit, and given a bit of time, which the man was the reference, we had fuel. Remember before he came to power, we will never see fuel in that country during Christmas period.
Yeah.
But when he came to power, we never lacked fuel. Now fuel is like buying gold. You can't even find the fuel over there.
Let's see.
And then he made an important comment that I would like for all of us to pay attention to, which we already know, that the white people will never allow us to sit on that seat. Because when they tell the Hausa, Fulani people, not really Hausa, when they tell Fulani people to bring money to UK, imagine our own money from our country, UK will say bring, but they will run and take the money to them. And if you tell me the money to bring that money, the money will have your time, because they need to make everything right.
Yes.
So why am I calling in this morning? I'm calling to let all of us know that we must remain consistent. That this white Britain doesn't want us to live a good life like they do. They continue to live on the black blood. Killing us, they don't care. Mazi was playing something on his channel the other day. I can't sleep. A 3-year-old with a mother money going from Port Harcourt to somewhere, I believe, Anambra State. But police people kidnapped them on one of those checkpoints. At the end of the day, took 5 million ransom. Police took them and took them to a police station and ended up in the bush. Is this how we are going to live with our children? We can't even travel on the road anymore because we are afraid of our children being kidnapped and raped. So we are doing continue to do it. We are pressurizing them. Only this coming out. Only they cannot stay there any longer. because the UND has done anything. So the pressure is in. Let us continue. Press the order. Then lastly, our inquiry line, as we've been talking about, that number will plus 1 248 949 4843. Again, only feature happening for HOD of any of the leadership. That number again will be plus 1 248 949 4843.
Thank you very much, Dalo. Thank you very much. All right, this is Radio Biafra. We're still taking calls at 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984, 929-406-9953. We're also on Signal. The Signal line is 845-283-9665. Call us. You know, everything is going according to plan, the way it is. Whether they like it or they don't like it, our leader will be out. There is no doubt, like the fishbone, they will always, even if there's nothing, will always look for a way out and probably go for surgery and the rest of them, but eventually the bone will come out, otherwise it's going to kill you. That is holding it. So holding Nnamdi Kanu is not going to solve anything. And this morning I played Professor Iyke it's an interview, and it's amazing that they are begging. They're begging for presidency. Begging. I've never heard anything like that. You have to beg somebody to make you the president of the country. Call on straight line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi, good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Yeah, it's Chuma from the Arabian. Actually, what I called is on your WhatsApp number line. Last week, I was thinking that Mazi Nnamdi's WhatsApp number line on that phone. Your number, but fortunately, because it's not, respect of the clip I wanted to get from you. I'm still scrambling to get that clip because I don't have your WhatsApp number. I don't know if you can help me.
What clip is that? The British man?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and again, you are too fast when you are calling your numbers. You are too fast. I just need your WhatsApp number. If you can help me while the program is going on.
Yeah.
Please,
okay, I keep announcing the WhatsApp number. The WhatsApp line is 646-920-4541. That's 646-920-4541. 4541. All right. Yeah,
thanks.
That's the WhatsApp line, and the rest of them are. We have the WhatsApp line, we have a straight line, then we have the principal officers line and the signal line. So they're all there.
I thought of Biafra freedom taking longer, and cause of that you tend to feel so low. I know our freedom is your greatest hunger. I thought of Biafra keeps your heart aglow.
I'm really holding you guys. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not there because he did anything wrong. You all know that. He is there because no corona that he wants to be free, and the freedom for us means a lot. So that is all. What they are crying for is the fact that he is not part of them. He is not the political. They are now trying to see if they can. I heard somebody this morning, a presidential candidate, saying bringing Nnamdi Kanu out of jail. Now it's politicians, politics are so let them see if they can use this to get votes from IPOB, but we're not interested. Our interest is Biafra, and that's the only thing we want. We don't really care who is the president. It does not make any difference to us. I have a call here on WhatsApp. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, Mazi, good afternoon, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Yeah, Mazi, good afternoon. My name is Paul, calling from Gabon. Good afternoon, all the fans around the world. And this afternoon, I'm saying that Chukwuka Abiyama is on the throne. There's nothing the zoo can do to what we need is to give us our nation, our referendum is what you're talking about. What you're talking about is not the presidency or political something they may call it. So you can see that, especially last time I said that, I heard what one of my brothers said when he called. The major problem we have is that the thing we are doing ourselves, so called themselves, some of us who are not understand what we are doing. What they are doing for ourselves is more than what Fulani are doing us or Britain. So that's why if you are in our midst, you are not understand what we are doing, what is going on, what we are doing, and you are destroying what we are doing. If you don't want to do anything good, go and just step aside, keep quiet, and leave others do what they need to do so that we can restore our nation. So what we are looking for is the Biafra, is not presidency, you know. So our people must understand it. They are disturbing ourselves. I'm seeing what they are doing because Mazi, I want to tell you that these politicians, they are more than a devil. Because what people are saying for many years ago now is like we are not saying anything. That's why everybody, if you are listening to me, if you are a Biafran around the world, everybody must rise up. Because if you are continue keeping quiet, if you are continue dancing to the tune of these people, all of us are going to perish. I'm telling you. So these people they don't want to know self. What they know is that politics, what they know is that presidency, and they know that that presidency is nonsense. They are not going to, even they get it. It's rubbish. What we need is a Biafra and restore our nation. And they must release our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They must release him. Because Nigeria, they must release him. They don't have any option any option. So Mazi, this afternoon, I'm calling on Biafrans. Everyone must rise up. Our protests around the world must to stand up. Continue. We must shake the world. The leadership of IPOB must rise up. We must rise up. Call all the coordinators around the world. The organization must continue and rise up so that the world will know. Despite of the keeping quiet of what is happening in our land. But what is happening in Russia and the Ukraine? No more corona, no more COVID-19 again. The thing, what you can hear now is Ukraine and Russia. So I want to tell our people to rise up. We must bring Biafra to ourselves. Nobody can give us Biafra. Is we can do that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mazi. I don't have much to say.
Thank you for the. All right, thank you very much. This is Radio Biafra USA too. Like I said before, like you rightly said, my brother said that the story is not corona anymore, but not the virus anymore, but the war. It's okay. It's cool. I see this is the first time we'll be hearing this. They've been killing us and nobody has said anything. The Biafrans are being genocidal. All this genocide. Caller, good morning. Caller, please turn down your listening device. This is Radio Biafra. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Caller on Principal Officer's line.
Yeah, Mazi Ike Peters, good afternoon from here.
Yeah, well.
I remember Mazi Emmanuel. I'm calling from Paris. Mazi, I thank you for your steadfastness, what you are doing. We appreciate you, our veteran. I greet you all, dear friends. I salute you, your courage. I greet our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the only prophet of our time. I say may Chukwuka Abiyama continue to guide him, give him the energy, all the enableness to keep on keeping on. I salute the head of the directorate. Mazi, you see, in compliment of what our people have been contributing, when this our so-called people are talking of zoning of presidency, I begin to imagine by myself and say, these people, what are they even talking about? However, where on this planet Earth have you seen countries zoning what they call presidency? You know, it's only Nigeria. That's zoo called Nigeria. Anything that is working well in other countries, whenever it come into the zoo called Nigeria, it will be turned upside down. How come on earth, president, to become a president of a country does not required or need people talking of zoning? What did they mean by zoning? And we Biafrans, we are not even interested on all those things, but we are, you know, letting our people to know their foolishness, the foolishness of Nigeria towards the where Biafrans are. Nigeria project to the Biafran people is like someone chasing his shadow. When you are chasing your shadow, you know that you can never have rest, and you can never ever, you know, catch up with your shadow. That is Nigeria to you. So Mazi, you see, this our, for example, this thing that is going on in Ukraine. You found out that if Russia is not a well-balanced country, these neo-colonialism people, all these Western people, will use their media to demonize these people. Yeah. And if you look at how these people are working, this Western world, you find out that it is the same method they brought into the zoo called Nigeria. They will turn the oppressor to become the aggressor. Yeah. They will turn the people who are victims into people who are the provocators. So you see this manipulative set of people where the whole thing lies is where they are using Yoruba media. This Yoruba media, I'm sorry to say that it's not about, I'm not talking of Yoruba nation, I'm talking of their journalists. Their journalists are the real problem that people are facing today in that zoo called Nigeria. The Biafran journalists are not excluded, even though, because what is even happening in our own land, all this so-called journalism, they are nowhere to be found to even report about the killing of their own brothers. What is going on in that very circle is unimaginable. Yep. So Mazi, I can't imagine the kind of world we are living into. That is the reason why, Mazi, I am calling on United States, my brother, Mazi. I thought that U.S. stands in uprightness. But what I am seeing today, I begin to question a lot of things. Where are their courage? Where is that their uprightness? Where is it? So they don't know that God made them great for a purpose. For a purpose, not to be, even if America knows, they wouldn't have been involving following British government, blindly by, gambling themselves into stealing people's things, destabilizing ethnic groups in different countries. They would have not, engaged themselves in such things. So, Mazi, what is going on is very, very painful, but
we are here and we are going nowhere.
Yes.
So thank you very much, Mazarot.
Thank you so much.
Peter.
Thank you.
Shall be well with you.
Shall be well with you too, sir. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're still taking calls. You know, the problem we have in this world is the British. I keep saying it. Like my brother rightly said, that the media is what they use. Propaganda is so hard. I told you I went to a party and that was the whole thing we're talking about. And these are people, these are our own people, our brothers. These are supposed to be Biafrans, right? But they're not into what we're doing. All they're thinking about, they're seeing Putin as the aggressor. And I look at them and they're talking and I'm not saying anything. At the point I asked them the question, how many people have been killed in your community today, in your village? You've not heard it in any media. Nobody's talking about it. It happens in your home and nobody says anything about it. Without the CNN that reported about SARS and SARS, nobody. We have pressmen in Nigeria, Guardian, Vanguard, all these newspapers, Daily Times, they were all quoting CNN, according to CNN. Now, CNN is in the United States of America, thousands of miles away. And the newspaper Guardian, Concord, they are all living just behind where this revolution is taking place. They saw the people being killed. No, they are quoting CNN. Not according to our sources, because they are not interested. We don't have journalists in Nigeria, we don't have them. Maybe one or two of them, but believe me sincerely, 99% of them are just rubbish. Garbage. What they will investigate, they will not. They will go and quote the man in America that this is what the CNN said. This is what Fox News said. The thing is happening in your backyard, right in front of your house, on top of your nose. You are not able to investigate it. You are talking about quoting the United States press, according to CNN. That will tell you the decadence, the kind of journalists that we have back there. The same thing is happening to Putin. They are reporting. CNN is going there and telling all the bullshit lies and everything, and people are buying them. The truth is, I have said it before, Putin, you have a very short cut. Shortcut to this nonsense is start recognizing some of these African countries that want to be independent. Start from there. Nothing will happen. Nothing. They will rather you will crumple some of them, because you crumple. If you recognize Biafra, Britain's their hands are full, are closed. There's nothing they can do. They will even fall on their knees to beg you, because what they are doing is coming here to rip us off. They are not doing anything here to help us. Our leader is renditioned, taken as they kidnapped him in Kenya, or under the auspices of the British government. They organize it. We know that. Nobody's an idiot. They couldn't do it in their own country. So the best way to do is go to one African country that is very hungry. Make some promises. The money that you steal from them, you give it back to them. Because where did they get this money from? What does British really produce? Nothing. They come here, they rip you off, they steal your money, they go back and give it back to you, and you think they are part of you. They are helping you. Call on straight line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Oh, hey, Biafra. Biafra.
Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, Mazi Nnamdi, our veteran. God bless you so much. My name is Mazi Nnamdi. I'm calling from France. The clip that you sent is to tell us what our people, how they've been thinking after serving the Biafran war and doing all the good things, having all the world blessing that God bless him. And now he wanted to go and the little time that he have, he want to go and waste it for Nigerians who did not appreciate him. And to come back and come and join us fully to do the work and also to help his own brother, Mazi Nnamdi, that's inside the prison. All of them, they keep silence and mute because they are looking for another way to go and chop their own money. And if possible, they give them that presidency. If they went there they are going to sign a document. They are going to sign a document, and through the document they are going to sign, and automatically they are going to force them to do the opposite of what they are inside in their mind to do, rather than to come and join us and liberate all of us once and for all. Then the little time that they have to spend on this earth, they can use it to build the nation of Biafra, and also to make sure that our children are about to come and the future Biafrans, they can be proud of them, not to see their weakness, rather to see them their accomplishment. And I pray God will help us, all of us. And then finally, there is something I want to do, something like apologize, Biafran, because there is something that happened. Many people will not see it. It's a disorder. But only sensitive people can understand what I'm saying. Somebody sent me a clip. Then I forward this clip to the media. When I called the person, I said, I forgive me. I'm not supposed to send this clip in the media. Then he told me that it's a mistake. But automatically, that clip I sent in the media was not me supposed to send it to the media, because what I'm trying to say is about the prayer that we are going to prayer on Saturday. I called our brother Mazi Nnamdi, and I told him that Mazi Nnamdi sent me a clip to pray. But along the line, I sent it, I forwarded it to him. But I later discovered that I made a mistake, because people who are supposed to send the clip is our religious leaders. I'm not a part of them, although I'm a pastor. But because of I am not a part of them, that's why I said I make a mistake by forward that information. I'm supposed to go to the normal procedure to do it. That's why I'm apologizing to worldwide Biafran, because some people will not see it anything, but I see it is something, because I did not pass according to the true leadership to send the information. It's not me supposed to send it, it's them that are supposed to send it. That's my apology for this afternoon. All hail Biafra. Bye-bye.
Biafra, thank you very much. All right, this is Radio Biafra. We're still taking calls at 646-920-4541, 845-283-9665. That's our signal line. And then 845-344-7984 WhatsApp line. 929-406-9953, the principal officer's line of the ladies. All right, like I said, don't forget, this next week, when they say 8th of April, they think that it's going to last forever. Next week, the time is here already. Our leader will be in court, and let us see what the story they're going to tell us this time, because they have no reason to keep that man. But you know something? Chukwu Kikabiyama is in control. And when he's in control, whatever he says, that's what happens. And then the day before that, on the 7th of April, that's the day we start forbidding Nama in our land. We're not going to eat Nama in their land. We're not going to see it here. We don't want any Nama in our land. Definitely, certainly not. I have a call. Let me take this one. Caller on straight line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi Nnamdi Good afternoon from here. I'm calling from Biafra land. The third one of Biafra land. My name is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you very much for your good work. We pray for our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the most powerful man we ever seen. The people bless him and guide him and protect him wherever he is. And we are going to come out victorious. Our Biafra are going to come through our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Bless our ESN and all the DS and all our media presenters in Chukwu Kikabiyama free. I tell you clip we play this afternoon. One, we don't have order. People are looking for their stomach. Somebody who fought that man is by somebody who fought the war and action. And we not
not to Nigeria anymore. How can that man open his mouth and say such? He knows and he will fight. And you know that you are not one, and you still asking. That is why I say, these people that call themselves elder have sold us. They have sold us, but as other gods wake up and these people have suffered, and we send somebody, our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to come and liberate us. Then our leader started, today never change. He never changed. Our leader changed everything, all the history of our life. The way Nigerians think that we are. Our leader changed before. Only nation in the land that was saying, leave them. There's no anybody to close the shop one day or a minute. They are like money more than any other thing. And our leader came and destroy all the damage. If the land can close the shop, close the house, they are saying, Igbo man like money pass anything. There's no anybody man who will give money, he can never sell it. He will tell his brother. And our leader came. They are promising him everything. Everything. He said no. He stand. They begged him to adjust to small. He said no. And he changed everything. So I now know, understand that there is a man in Igbo land that you give money, you give all your work, you give everything, promise everything. He said no. What he wants is the freedom of his own people. That is where I am happy. No matter what, I am happy, and because of that, I will continue praising him for giving us this kind of thing. He clear our shames everywhere. When you mention evil land, I will say, leave them. But our leader have changed all these things. With the work of Chukwuka, I will continue praising him. Thank you for giving all this. You have made us like this. My brother, I am short of your best road. Biafra, please listen to our DOS. Don't listen to anybody or damage you if they are posting Facebook or anything. The other will come to our leaders, and we continue to pray for them until our leader is freedom. And the most extraordinary condition from Kenya to Nigeria. Our leader have did what he said we are going to do Nigeria. He will use microphone and truth and dismantle Nigeria, and the whole world have seen it. So we want to thank God. So Biafra, let us not go into all this kind of Igbo president. We have fight for this. That is the day I called one man that is the APC chairman. We always talk. He said that let's do campaign on the street. He said, okay, let's do it. Let's do the campaign. We'll select everybody that is passing through free. Call him and ask him, what do you want? Do you want Igbo president or Biafra? She said, okay, let's do it. Free. And we started calling one person. Until we found 10 person, nobody. Everybody saying, what is Igbo president? What we want is Biafra. We say, look at. See how the thing is. No matter how you people are doing it, everybody knows. What I know is that hunger is the land. And the people, whenever they are here, that politicians are doing something, they will go there. No whether they will collect chicken change. But still, they really Biafra know what they want. They don't need all this kind of money. What they need is the freedom of people. Look at us. We are here. When people know that Igbo people are creative, no light, to do work, nothing. Everything, everybody are moving with the right. But as far as people come down in heaven, we read through our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There is a time we celebrate this Biafra, and the home of the visit Biafra through Nnamdi Kanu. People come down and go where they are. Everybody that trying all his best to restore the kingdom of heaven on earth, which is Biafra. Thank you very much for our video. God bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. All right, we started well this morning with a little bit of problem, and thank God that the problem has been solved. I'm still going to struggle to make sure that I get on Facebook Live so that people will watch and people will listen to us also. Even though our broadcast go on Facebook, but at least when we're doing it live, that will help a lot of people who don't have the data to be able to listen to it live. So I'm still struggling with that. I'm not very good at it. That's what I told you guys. I said it before. I made a very public confession because my kids have tried to teach me how to do it, but I still couldn't do it. I still, for whatever reason. But I'm getting to it. I will get there. So what we need to do right now is to sit tight and wait for Mazi Nnamdi that is coming. But don't forget that on the 7th, it's going to happen. In Nama will be banned in our land.
From 7th April 2022,
the selling and eating of Nama, also known as cow meat,
is forbidden in Biafra land.
Be warned.
Yes, be warned. Be warned. Remember that day. That day is going to be a monumental day. It's going to be a day we're going to have in our history. That this is the day that we say we're not going to chop Nama again. There's suya. Even if they want to suya, they can suya it with our local cow. We have a cow. We used to have it before they came, before they brought this poison that is killing everybody. That is sending us to our early graves. That they have no respect for human life, but they have more respect for Nama, because Nama gives them whatever they want. Since we cannot sell alcohol in your home and our properties are being destroyed there because they are selling alcohol, we are not going to let you sell Nama too, because we are forbidden. It is forbidden in Biafra land. It's a defected animal. It's an animal, sacrilegious animal. We don't want it in our land. And all the lines have been turned out, been shut down the phone lines. No more taking off any more call today. I want you to stay tuned because Mazi Nnamdi is next. It's coming in. But tomorrow, by His grace, we shall all be able to come back together. And before I go, I have to remind you that Biafra for us, that's our religion. And Radio Biafra here is how we worship. From me to you. Goodbye. I love you all. Biafra Muchileke. It's a song. Alright, from here, it's goodbye. See you again tomorrow.
Hope we have is in Biafran restoration. I believe. Listen to Radio Biafra. It's where we worship as a Chukwu Iyke Abiyama. Let your kingdom come. Listen to Radio Biafra. It's where we worship as a Chukwu Iyke. Let your kingdom come. Lord, save a nation from the evil Britain. Sing and dance for the world to know you are our God. I believe. Listen to Radio Biafra.